Доброго дня.
Good afternoon. Now the floor is given to the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine spokesperson on ATO-related issues, Colonel Oleksandr Motuzyanyk. Good afternoon, everyone. Now the information about the events in the ATO area during the last 24 hours. The situation in the region of ATO is tense. The militants actively use heavy weapons banned by Minsk agreements. Mainly it happens during dark hours. Now, in more detail, the Lugansk area, Russian occupation forces delivered provocation in Popasnyansk-Novodarsk region by opening fire with the use of small arms and grenade launchers. At 10 p.m. they started to use heavy weapons. The enemy delivered fire with the use of 82 and 120 mm mortars near Novozvanivka and Krymske, and the militants launched more than 20 mines. And the Donetsk area, the situation is tense. Hotspots remain the same. This is the region of the Donetsk airport that includes Avdiivka, Opatna, and Shakhta Butivka position. And also the region of Lugansk village that is at Svetlodarsk Bulge. The militants focused their fire at Ukrainian positions near Avdiivka and Opatna. At that they launched 235 mortar shells. Each mortar shelling was accompanied by the use of small arms, and one more armed provocation was recorded near Zaitsevo. Mariupol area. There the highest activity of the enemy recorded, and the majority with the use of heavy weapons, armored vehicles, and APCs. Shirokina came under intense fire delivered by the enemy. There the enemy used 152 mm artillery and 120 mm mortars and tanks. Mortar shellings were recorded near Marienka, Krasnogorovka, Talakivka, and Vodyane. And also near Pavlopol, the militants delivered fire from APCs twice. During 24 hours, in the result of the military actions, no Ukrainian serviceman was killed and 3 were wounded. All of them are treated in hospital. Taking into account tense situation at separate parts of front line, President of Ukraine signed a decree to form 3 new civil and military administrations in Zolote and Katerinovka, Popasnensky region of Lugansk Oblast, and in Zaitsevo village, Bakhmutsky region of Donetsk Oblast. Popasnensky region and perimeter of Gorlovka, including Zaitsevo, is one of the places where armed provocations happened, and military and civil administrations help to coordinate effective cooperation between local government and the military to guarantee security of residents, to counteract subversive activities of the militants, and to ensure proper work of civil infrastructure. Police detained the militant who Spring 2014 helped to organize separatist pseudo-referendum in Slavyansk region of Donetsk Oblast. The detained said that he did it for money and he didn't have firearms because only Russian servicemen had such a privilege to have guns. And after Ukrainian army liberated the Slavyansk region, separatists tried to hide, but he failed, and now he is going to be sentenced for 5 years in prison. In 179th training center of signal forces of armed forces of Ukraine in Poltava, 500 servicemen were sworn in to serve Ukrainian people. The ceremony was attended by 400 servicemen who were conscripted in autumn 2016, and also 100 servicemen who serve under contract and who came in the center for 2 months training. 24 heavily wounded ATO participants, together with their families, underwent 10-day course of rehabilitation in Slovakia. The Slovakian government provided financing, and Ukrzaliznytsia provided free transportation of servicemen and their family. And also, this is the fourth trip like this, and they plan to have 2 more. And the President of Ukraine yesterday signed a decree to award 16 servicemen of Armed Forces of Ukraine and 1 police officer. These are participants of ATO who in summer and spring this year were wounded in hotspots of Donetsk and Lugansk area, such as Avdiivka, Zaitsevo, Zolote. The servicemen of 81st and 93rd Brigade were awarded with orders and medals, and 13 servicemen were awarded posthumously. Thank you very much for your attention.